During my annual review, my boss said, "We're cutting your salary in half. Take it or leave it." I said, "I understand. When does this take effect?" Immediately, he smirked. I nodded and said, "Perfect timing." He had no idea that I'd already been recruited by his biggest competitor. I've been a senior mechanic for 12 years. I thought I'd seen everything. Turns out I was wrong. When my boss, Trevor, slid that paper across his desk during my annual review, I knew something was off. But a 50% pay cut, that wasn't just off, it was insulting. Budget constraints, he said, using that fake, sympathetic tone he always used. Everyone's making sacrifices. You understand, right? I stared at the paper, my hands completely still. 12 years of keeping his shop running. 12 years of customers asking for me specifically. 12 years of fixing the jobs he screwed up. And this was my reward. When does this take effect? I asked, my voice steady. Immediately, he actually smirked like he'd won something. I nodded slowly. Perfect timing. His smirk faltered for just a second, but he recovered. "Glad you're being reasonable about this, Tyler." Shows real professionalism. What Trevor didn't know was that 2 days earlier, I'd gotten a call from Patricia Hammond. She owned Hammond Automotive, our biggest competitor. The shop even other mechanics respected. "I've heard you're undervalued where you are," Patricia had said. "I need someone to run my shop floor, not as an employee, as a partner. Full profit sharing, equal say in all decisions." I'd asked for 48 hours to think about it. She'd given me 72. The next morning, I walked into the shop and sent Patricia an email. "I accept your offer. I can start in 2 weeks." Her response came back in minutes. "Make it 1 week, and I'll add a signing bonus." I spent that week watching Trevor strut around, taking credit for my work like always. The irony wasn't lost on me. He had no idea. He just pushed me straight into the arms of his biggest competitor. When I handed him my resignation letter, his face went white. "You're overreacting," he stammered. "We can work something out. Maybe a raise in 6 months." "I'm leaving in a week," I said. "And I expect you to honor the 2 weeks notice protocol, but I got another offer that starts immediately if needed." His jaw clenched. "You can't, just the industry's small. You don't want to burn bridges." "I'm not burning anything," I replied. "I'm just crossing to a better one." That week, I quietly packed my tools. My phone started buzzing constantly. Clients I'd worked with for years, asking if the rumors were true. I didn't poach a single person. I didn't have to. They found me on their own. By day 3, Trevor was panicking. He'd already lost 2 major contracts. Both clients specifically requested me, and when they learned I was leaving, they pulled their business entirely. On my last day, he cornered me in the parking lot. "You planned this?" he hissed. "You knew you were leaving when I cut your salary." I looked him dead in the eye. Actually, I was on the fence about Patricia's offer. "Your 50% cut made my decision incredibly easy, so thanks for that." His face turned red. "Patricia Hammond, you're going to Hammond's?" "Not going to." I corrected. "I'm partnering with profit sharing, decision-making authority, the whole package." Turns out some people value loyalty and skill. I started my truck and rolled down the window. "Oh, and Trevor, that fleet contract you were so proud of, the one with Daniel's Transport, they called me this morning. They're moving all 37 vehicles to Hammond's. Said they'd rather follow quality than convenience." I never seen someone look so completely defeated. 3 months later, Hammond Automotive had doubled its client base. Trevor's shop. I heard he had to sell it to a chain just to cover his debts. Last I checked, they didn't even keep him on as a manager. Sometimes the perfect timing isn't about revenge.